Welcome to the TikTok show. Whoa, whoa. Welcome to the TikTok show. Whoa. Welcome to that show. Welcome. Okay, boom. So this gonna be we sliding over to the A trades, man, to go check out your boy Young and Hefe, man. But before we do that, the topic of this clip is BBrazy calls out munchieB, basically says he don't speak for the Bloods. Whoopty whoop whoop bop. Make sure you follow. My bad. But before we do, make sure you follow me on Kick, Twitch, Discord, IG, TikTok, and Rumble. Hype, like, hit that notification bell so you know when we live. Let's get into the content.
It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number with the check say.
KBL, you a menace.
Yeah. There's a lot of little boys out here talking that talk, but ain't spinning and walking that walk. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Face shots to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chats to get you tapped. Forehead up in my lap. When they pump, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. 5 bills to get you whacked. What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young and Hefe. And I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topics, we got BBrazy, we got munchieB. So this was the content I was supposed to drop yesterday until I was surprised with the little remarks, you know what I'm saying, that was made by munchieB or whatever. So, you know, we're going to continue, you know, to stay the course, you know what I'm saying. We ain't doing no slander and a bashing unless any slander or bash come our way, you know. Other than that, we're going to just, you know, continue pushing the content and pushing how we've been pushing and keeping it moving. So, based on this little Adam 22 situation, right? Y'all know BBrazy chimed in or whatever. Y'all know BBrazy had to give his take on the situation, being that him and munchie, you know, have a dislike for each other and been going back and forth with each other, you know what I'm saying, making accusations, all type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just, you know, trying to match, you know, the might, you know, as, you know, who's the bloodiest, you know, who's the biggest B, who's the, you know what I'm saying, the bigger blood or whatever the case may be, right? So you already know, you know, when man engage in offensive acts against each other, you already know, you know what I'm saying? People trying to drop they NUTs and sees who's bigger. So in this case and scenario, BBrazy speaks on if munchieB was in jail or around him, what would have happened. So we about to get into this content, man, and you already know, man, it's the Hef way and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
Zork ass munchie. Oh, he need to get put off. He is not accepting with no bloods with me on JM. I'm letting the world know he is not accepted with in no blood car, bro. That nigga is a mark. Look, because if he was here, look, I swear to God, if he was here on lanes and he went here to work, right here, whatever, to school or anything, and another race or another person like him, another grown man like Adam, talk to him like that here, I swear to God on Jesus Christ, we'll be yanking him down. As soon as he come out, right there, whoever blacks right there, puts a knock on him. He a Zark on lanes, and I ain't even playing like be real. If any member on this video, if I'm lying on Bloods right now, I stop the who's if I'm lying. If I'm lying right now, you tell me. If we around peas, you let another race talk to you like that, another grown man, you don't supposed to be getting put off, beat on as soon as you come back on lanes. All the homies, if I'm lying, I'm lying. On 412, if he was in here, what would we be doing to him, peas? This drop of bloodiest beat on the set, you already know. Man, ain't too much. I keep it real and Figaro facts. When it hit the net, it's too much. It hit the net, it's on the net anyways. He getting kicked, he getting, you know what I'm saying, chair kick, and whatever he say. Look how he talk. He explaining himself to why. Getting back, and it's gonna take the people to pump him up. He can't even make his own decision. That was a J Cat from jump. And like,
All right, so Brazy mashing the gas, right? So Brazy say he give a scenario, right? And the scenario he give is if being in prison, basically if another race disrespect you being a black or blood or crip or whatever the case may be, let's just say, Adam's wood, Adam with the wood pile. If another race disrespects you and you don't do nothing, of course, 100%, definitely depending on what yard you on, you're out of there. You know what I'm saying? The dudes are going to pounce on you. They're going to get on you. They're going to whoop you out for the disrespect and making the brothers look weak. But this is not a scenario of us being in jail, because the scenario of jail, let's just say at work, you at work, what they got, school, kitchen, plumbing, PIA, stuff like that, right? If you is in there drinking and you being belligerent towards and playing with another race, your people off the back is going to reprimand you and check you and stop that off the get-go. You might just get boo-bop just from the entanglement. But like I said, case and scenario, Brazy is right, but this is not the situation. This is the outside. This is on the streets. This is a real workplace. And these were two dudes, that had some relations. And, like I guess Munchie had too much to drink or whatever. And it went where it went with their little entanglement. But I'm still like lost, it's funny, right? Like even in all this situation, like I said, we gonna keep it moving, man, and stand G, man, and stand on our 10, right? Like I don't understand like what was supposed to happen, like I'm saying, like for real. But I understand Brazy and his attack, like Brazy, I'm saying, is gonna say in furtherance of the video, he gonna stay breathing and stay on attack because the things that munchieB have mentioned about him and said that were supposed to be true, and Brazy like, man, it's false or whatever the case may be. So we about to get into the rest of this content, and y'all already know, man, it's the Hef way and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
Roll back up, talk crazy. Look, any members, I ain't even gonna pop it or go or none of that. I'm being real on the set, because when you start yelling and making it seem like it's an argument, that's when people, it's something else going on. But bro, you just got that sideways kicked, all type of stuff. Told you a weirdo, dirty, all type of. I'm saying he's telling my hygiene better than anybody on there. Now you sneak this and all, like, man, you should have been said that. You begging somebody to be on somewhere, talk about people. You know what I'm saying? Bloods, you ain't going nowhere. You getting nowhere. On Bloods. Beg. Now it all come out. You beg to be on No Jumper. So you try to pop it about a nigga like me that ain't with that. That ain't with going on. No. I'm so dope that I'm in jail. You pop all that in jail shit. I'm so dope. I'm in jail and that's like I don't want to do the stuff. I turn down the stuff that you turn up. I'm telling you know. Shit. Man. I wanna know is the members gonna call P's out on that though? Y'all call everybody will call me out on where I'm wrong when with some stuff about in this series though. This for everybody, all the members. You call me out, y'all call in on me, y'all do all this shit saying that he doing this and the pen this that. What's up with P's? You get marked out all over the thing. This somebody that got me and his mouse, got the world thinking that he equal to me though. He's somebody like me. They had homies, but in the background, what's really going on is the homies like he like a shadow, he like somebody that like you don't see because he can't see. He act like he can't see. He got all type of skits and scams going on. He come over here, he go to everybody else's hood. He just like he's like a corn. He corn. He ain't got no value. Dead homies, when he put up, he has no value. All you got is some drink. He's dumb. You gotta watch him. You gotta carry him. Dead homies, look how he act. On 9th Street. I'm always breathe on peace because he lied. He lied on me. So and then he made it look like he equal to me to the people because he argued where he go back. I said nothing but facts. I'm still ain't gonna lie on peace. Dude, yo about.
Hey man, Braze is funny, man. Braze be trying to get his breathe on, right? So as far as the politics, I can't really get into the politics because I'm not in the blood politics as far as, Braze saying that, he don't add no value or bring no value. He just pull up in everybody's hood and all he got to bring is drink and all that stuff. What I am focusing more on is the comparisons, you feel me? And Braze coming with the narrative, with the jail narrative, you feel me? Like basically with the racial narrative. So just chiming back in on the racial tip, right? Let's just hypothetically put this situation that these two had in jail. This situation never is had, or if it is had, both of them would have been, DP by their respective groups, you know what I'm saying? Because what I can agree on that kind of got crazy in the pod was when Adam was yelling, shut the F up, you know what I'm saying? Shut the F up, this is my pod. I guess at that moment he had it there, but you don't know the limits of, people irritation and or when people are provoked. You know what I'm saying? When that's why it's called provoke, you're provoked into this action, this deranged action or strange action. So that part of it was kind of crazy with the, the loud, like, no, I'm talking and shit, all that. But we all know, like I said, and been saying from day one, where it streamed from. It all streamed from disrespect on his behalf, first and foremost. And that's just where the chips landed. But in the prison settings, this situation rarely happened. And if it is happen, it would more than likely been a riot. But I don't think it's going to be no situation where nobody's sitting in class and one black is like this to another race. And he like, hey, stop touching me. Somebody would have hopped up in the classroom and it probably would have been what up. Or somebody would have, got on Munchie in the classroom like, hey, black or whatever, hey, blood, you doing too much. Like, what you doing? You drunk. And he would have got DP. But like situations like this rarely happen. There's situations where people get marked out. And we know if you get marked out in the pen, yeah, it's like career damaging sometimes. But this situation wasn't even a mark out. Like, it wasn't no mark out. They just got into it and, One was being aggressive until the other had to be aggressive. But like Braze says, that's how Braze gonna bring the content. Braze got his way of looking at it. Braze feel how he feel. But I just was laughing in the beginning when Braze was like, he not like me, and he ain't the gatekeeper to the West Coast. The Bloods don't need to holler at him. I'm like, man, Braze is going in. Braze been waiting for his opportunities. You know what I'm saying? He getting his pop shots off. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no pop shots. He, you know what I'm saying, getting off with his chop. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this is what it is. But like I said, this is something I was gonna react to yesterday, and just and furthermore pushing the content, man. You already know it's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm gonna bring you mail.
Man, you ain't got no. No, so I mean, I hear Braves, I do, but it's like I really don't think that Munchie got marked out like that. It wasn't like Adam really put his hands on Munchie, or he didn't really put his feet on him either. It was on his chair, bro. Like the only thing I think he did that kind of like marked him out was to tell him shut the fuck up. But that was the only. I mean, shut the f up. Uh, but that was the only thing though. But Bray's gonna have his opinion. He doesn't like Munchie, so that's not surprising. Shout out to the who's though, and Hefe for the clip. We gonna be on to the next one, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Follow me on Kick, Twitch, Discord, IG, TikTok, Rumble. Like, hit that notification bell so you know when we live. We gone.